my link would not work. She tried to type it in, and then I've told her the reason it wouldn't work is because any link that you get from most websites now has lots of code hidden behind it. So even though you're typing what you think you're typing in, you're not typing in what you should be typing in. Anyway, hope you're all happy and having a wonderful Monday. It's a bit grey. It was a bit grey yesterday. Hopefully this week's going to get better. I've heard it was going to be -2 this morning, but it wasn't that cold. I've had my heating on since 4, and I've been awake since 3. Could not sleep at all last night. Drunk far too much orange juice. Had heartburn. Not good. So I will be finishing early today. Well, I say early as I can. Anyway, we got the wonderful, the lovely, the one and only Emma Kirkham joining us today for our Facebook Live, Love Sales Hate Selling Facebook Live business owner interview. This is a chance for Emma to kind of tell us a little bit about her business, tell us about her challenges, and more importantly, tell us how she can help us. And even more importantly, how we can possibly help her. So Emma, how are you doing?
Hello, my lovely. I'm very well, thank you very much, and thank you for having me here this afternoon. It's
my pleasure. You're looking very radiant today, darling. You know, your hair's all nice, lovely top. It looks rather sunny where you are as well. What's going on? How come it's so sunny over there?
Watch.
Oh, I have got one of those, a light box. It's in the attic. The thing is, it takes up so much space when it's up.
It's just the ring light, darling. It's nothing.
Oh, big. Is it? Oh, I forgot that. Oh, I might get a lamp actually. That might work.
Yeah.
A lamp, and I need some cloth to go behind me because nobody wants to see my.
I've got pictures.
My door. Yeah, pictures are nice. I have got a nice picture of I think it's Las Vegas, but it's on the wrong wall, so no good. So Emma.
Yes, lovely.
Emma Kirkham, my good old friend. I've known you. How many years have I known you now? 2.5, 3 years.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh my giddy aunt, that's really good.
Time flies, doesn't it?
One of my best buds, one of my best forend buds. So, Ems,
yes.
What do you do for a business? Tell the lovely group what you do.
Okay, so I'm a glass artist and I produce various glass gifts ranging from jewellery items all the way up to pet portraits. I capture children's drawings in glass for special occasions like Father's Day, which is coming up very, very soon, Mother's Day, and also they make fabulous gifts for weddings, you know, getting the little kids to draw the bride and groom, or, you know, as they grow up. So there's a variety of things that I do, but it's all focused around glass.
That's brilliant. You mentioned Father's Day. Are we going to have a Father's Day this year? Because I mean, obviously with COVID and lockdown, and fathers like to go to the pub. Anything other than a pub meal and a couple of beers is not Father's Day. That's just.
Well, they can have their gifts delivered to them, and they can drink their beer from the comfort of their own home. So they'll still be Father's Day, just not as we know it.
It ain't the same. You don't get as drunk when you drink at home, I've noticed. I don't think, the alcohol doesn't seem to affect you, I think. Anyway, we shouldn't be talking about alcohol. Sorry, guys.
I don't drink, so I'm really boring. I wouldn't know.
Oh, terrible. Okay, so what inspired you to start the business? Now, I actually know this. It's a very interesting. But tell the listeners what inspired you to start this business.
Okay, so my glass making business takes me way back to 1992 at art college, and after several bottles of wine, because I used to drink back then, I wanted to use the bottles and do something constructive with them. You know, recycling was the name of the game back then. Yep. And I wanted to do something nice with them. We're at art college, so we could be creative. So I literally took my glass bottles, smoshed them up into thousands of pieces, made a mould, bobbed them in the kiln. Didn't really know what I was doing. I wasn't a nerd, so I didn't go to the library. We didn't have Google back in the day. So it was literally a case of whack it in, whack up the temperature and hope for the best. And lo and behold, I got a very interesting piece out of the kiln.
Oh, wow.
The rest, as they say, is kind of history.
I had an experience like that with when I was baking once, actually. I put all these ingredients together and put it in the oven, but it came out cooked. It wasn't edible, but it was definitely cooked.
It. I'm not saying the piece that came out of the oven was anything other than art, but, you know, it did the job. and it led me down that path. So,
and have you still got that original piece, or have you sold it?
I have. No, I've got it. I think it's at my mum's actually.
You need to take a photo of that, because that fits in so well with your story.
Yeah.
If you think of where you've got to now in terms of your craftsmanship and how you started, I mean, that in itself is a visual story. Yeah. It's like, this is where I was. This is where I am.
You can find it. I think you can find it on my Facebook page. Emma Kirkham.
Well, always remember to bring back to life old stories, because I don't know if you know, but obviously, unlike a website, Facebook has a finite amount of time. Yes. No one, unless they're stalking you, is going to go back through every single post you did back to 2000 and whenever. No. So, you know, I always say to my clients,
recycle,
repurpose. You know, there's nothing wrong with having a blog post which you promote on your social media assets. You know, 13 times a year. You can do that. You can do more than that if you really want. So good on you. Yeah, repurpose that. So obviously, I'm just thinking of the newer people who are just meeting you for the first time.
Yes, absolutely.
That's that little bit of information which will get them thinking, oh, she's lovely. Look at how she started. Look at how good she is now. And I can hear the conversations now, lady. I can hear the conversations now. So
I'll pop you a
picture. Put a picture up and just tell us all of, go back to that story again. And I will tell you guys about my lack of hair many times before I expire from this bloody earth. So you're all going to know about my story. So what about what are some of the challenges that you've had to overcome?
Well, when I was because I'm actually a trained glassblower, when I was a glassblower, it was overcoming the fact that I was a female glassblower. A lot of people didn't expect that, so it's a case of like, you're doing a bloke's job. So that was one of the things I overcame. When I came back to the UK, and which has led me on to the other side of the business, it was how I was going to make sales. Yes. I was newly divorced. I came back here, it'll be 7 years in July, and I moved in with my parents, and in 2015, I think it was, I set myself up a little she shed in their garden, which is where I was able to create glasswork. I was absolutely in my element, and I was creating until the cows came home. Unfortunately, there's only so much space you can build that. So I needed to start selling. My boys were 7 and 5 at the time, and I didn't want to leave them at home with my parents every single day, going out to craft fairs or trade shows and all the sort of face-to-face events that most crafters normally sell at. So I actually then looked to social media to form part of my online presence. I didn't have a website, and I didn't have the patience to build a website.
Oh, I've heard that before from someone.
I didn't want to be selling via Etsy because I didn't like the fact that I had to know loads about SEO to make it successful, and I also didn't like the fact that they took quite a lot of commission.
How much commission do they take for anyone who's listening?
Off the top of my head, I don't know anymore because I don't use it, so I don't know. And so I started to build up a presence on Facebook, and then I specifically started looking at Facebook events to make my sales. And I got a part-time job at the time, so I built up my presence on Facebook using events, and then that eventually led to me being able to successfully sustain my business and then leave that part-time job.
So tell us a little bit about the events, because I know that's something that you really kind of stepped up in terms of helping other craft-type business owners. Tell us a little bit about that.
So using the events means that you're actually bringing people to your room, bringing people to you and looking at specifically what you're selling at that particular time.
Fantastic idea.
I think they worked for me really well. In the beginning, I wasn't going live because I didn't want to. I didn't like it. I'd rather have had my eyes poked like most people than go live. So initially, the way I worked events was to photograph all my products, bring people together for this specific event, advertise it where I could properly, not just spam everybody's inbox and say, come to my event, because nobody's interested in that. They need a reason to come to the event. So it's setting it up successfully. So I had people there, and then I could make the sales immediately in that event and get the money coming in.
I've
So
seen
that way, you know.
I've seen a number of I seem to have picked up a load of connections the last couple of weeks, and I've seen a number of my connections who do a very similar thing with women's clothes. And I mean, pretty much every night, you know, I'm on newsfeed, there's some lady twirling around, and I'm thinking, why am I seeing this? I've not even liked any of this stuff, but really good, really effective. And so what is it you do? Do you teach business owners how to actually do an event themselves?
So it's literally taking people to, it's virtually holding their hand from start to finish, from setting up a profile that's attractive to the type of customers and clients that they want to bring to their event. It's looking at their Facebook page and how that can be used effectively as well, and then literally step by step going through the event, going through the process of holding a successful event, and then how to follow up so you're getting even more sales after the event. And it's literally taking through that start to finish process so that you've got everything that you need to literally walk off the next day in 24 hours and get something set up.
Wow, that is fantastic. I'll tell you what, Em, I've just thought of a fantastic idea, which
Have you? I love it when you have an idea.
I'll talk to you about it offline.
Okay, lovely.
We don't want anybody else to do. Well, to be fair, the world's big enough for anyone to do it. But I think with what you're doing, I think an additional add-on service for you. We'll talk about it offline.
Okay. I can see all these comments, but I can't see who's saying it. It just
what happens is on Be Live, unless they're signed in, that's why I have my phone open at the same time, so I can actually then go back through and go through the comments in a little while. But we'll come to you people later. You keep watching. She's not finished yet.
I love it.
Emma, what advice would you give somebody who was looking to start and I'm going to say craft business?
Yeah.
Because obviously what you do is offer online marketing training for craft creators, as well as also being a
product businesses. Really, it's relatable for any product. So
what advice would you give somebody who was in that position, you know, looking to start, you know, COVID, you know, they've lost their job, or they've realized that the man doesn't actually care that much about them, and they're thinking, well, you know, what else should I be doing? What advice would you kind of give someone looking to get into this online space?
Definitely use your social media, because literally everything that I do comes through social media. I have a website, but even you know, even if people say I've been on your website, then 9 times out of 10 they still come to me by social media first, and then I can say, well, go and look at my website. So everything I do initially starts with my social media, and it's been very powerful for me. And if they are thinking about setting up and thinking I can't do it, well, you can. Absolutely, it's so possible, and the opportunities are endless. It's finding the right groups to be in, the right people to talk to, but they're all on Facebook because there's so many of us on there. So
exactly.
Your ideal customers are definitely on that platform.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so glad you've said social media. I mean, I do social media management. I do social media training. One of the big things which business owners need to understand, and I'm going to say this, it's all about consistency.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I've grown clients' platforms just by making sure that they've had posts going on every single day, not just irrelevant posts, but posts which resonate with their audience. So, you know, use language which your audience would use. Use images that your audience can relate to. Hasn't always got to be buy, sell. Most certainly educating people as to how you've made that product, or why you made that product, or where that product was first made. You know, this is all educational information which people want to know. And it's brilliant that you have a website, because the website does back up your credibility.
Absolutely.
Again, I've come across quite a few clients who I don't need the website, I'm on Facebook, and it's like, that's great, that's brilliant. But then when these people decide they want that extra little level of trust, that you ain't just doing this out in your bedroom and you ain't a fly by night, what do? And then just give me this real blank look, and it's just like, but I then say to them, would you buy something off someone who works out their bedroom? That always goes down like a
or they're shared.
Yeah, so it's definitely, you know, if you can have all your online assets, website, most certainly social media, you make sure that they're all linked up so that people can follow your breadcrumbs
Yes, that's it,
back to
isn't it?
your end goal.
Yeah.
Then you're in a good place. That's fantastic, that is, Emma. Is there anything that the group can help you with right now?
I guess it's helping me share my message that I want to help other product-based businesses get their sales moving, especially now because we're still not going to be able to come together socially for craft fairs, trade events, shows and things like that. So if the message can be shared, that would be brilliant.
Excellent. And what are your online assets? Where can we find you, Em? Facebook. How many profiles you got? I bet you got loads, haven't you?
I've got Emma Kirkham Glass as a page. I've got Emma Kirkham as a page. You can find me on my personal profile, Emma Kirkham. You can find me on LinkedIn. Yes, I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Pinterest. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram.
Where does someone find out about the craft marketing? Where do I go? Where does someone go to find out about the craft marketing?
On my Facebook profile, there's lots there, and also on Emma Kirkham Glass.
Profile.
And I'm just literally popping it onto my website.
I'm not even going to say anything. What I will say though is, if you don't mind, I'm not saying anything. You know what I'm going to say anyway. You know what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
If you could do me a favor, and if you could add your links to the comments, and then anyone who watches the video will be able to then go click, 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 click. The video will be repurposed, but then I won't have the comments as well. So please put your links in. Right, while you're on, who've we got on? Let's have a little look. Who says hello? Who says hello to us? Who is on the feed? Right, let me have a quick look. This is why I have. Oh my God, I'm talking in two places. I can't take that. Oh God, I can't. Oh no, let me get rid of that sound. It's really unnerving because I'm speaking and I'm speaking, but I'm speaking 2 minutes behind. Hey Karen, how you doing, honey? Karen Bourne, how you doing? Hey Glenn, good to see you, mate. Oh, Glenn's asking what's your web address, Emma. So yeah, get those, get your online asset links.
I will.
And I don't care if you put all of them in there.
Okay, I'll put everything in. Emma Kirkham Glass is my website. EmmaKirkhamGlass.com is the website.
Yeah, get them all in there. So, because as I say, when this video goes out, it just stays out. It's going to go into my units as well, so people can go back and watch it if they want. And I want, you know, any craft owners, any craft business owners, because a lot of them do struggle. And what you find as well is, most certainly within some of the BAME communities, I've met some absolutely amazing craft business owners, and their business literally is, you know, oh, you know, what do you think of this? Would you like to buy one? Do you have a website? No. Have you got Facebook? I don't believe in Facebook. Okay, then how are you going to sell that? I'm doing all right. Okay. So anyway, but yeah, so they all need to know. Are you in Coffee and Natter?
Am I in Coffee and Natter?
Yes, there's a lovely little WhatsApp group which is in Shropshire where you can get in front of quite a few.
I'm not. I used to go to the meetings in person.
Yeah. How many are you in many WhatsApp groups?
Me, no.
Get yourself in some WhatsApp groups. When I did my post for Zoom in March, I was looking at my stats today, and I think I had something like 70 people just come from WhatsApp. Because what I did is I shared it in. The thing is, what you got to remember is, with social media, especially if you're creating your own content, you can share it across all your social media platforms, of which there's 50 plus.
Yeah.
All that content, especially if you're sharing it from your website, gives you a backlink back to your website.
Yeah.
You think, oh, this lady's important. She's here, there, and there.
I'm very important.
It allows you to educate people, but like I said about Facebook earlier, your website content will stay around forever.
Yeah.
A Facebook post is only as good as long as people keep commenting on it. So do that. Hey Trisha, how you doing, honey? How you getting on with your homework? she don't like me. I always give her stuff to do. Jodie Philpotts, hey girl. How you doing, honey? Oh, Liz Heath could be good for you to do. Oh, Karen says that there's a lady that would be good for you to listen to. Liz Heath. So I would imagine that Karen will probably get in touch with you later on and kind of give some more information about that. But Emma, listen, I'm going to let you go. Thank you very much for your time today, honey.
Thank you for having me. It's lovely to see you.
Right on Monday. I've actually only just got, well, I say just about an hour ago. I've been sat in my dressing gown since half past 3 this morning, just working away because I couldn't sleep. So I actually got dressed especially for you.
Oh, you're so gorgeous. Have you had that Rennie yet to take away the heartburn?
Well, it went after 7 cups of coffee. I know.
You're going to be awake again tonight because you've had too much caffeine.
I bloody hope not. I tell you what, if I can find some Valium.
You're a fruit loop, honestly. You really are.
I don't know what it was. I actually woke up at 2:30. And by 3 o'clock, I thought, I'm just sitting here. My mind's going, meow, meow, meow. I thought, let me just get up. I got stuff to do. I actually ended up watching a couple of videos around Google AdWords. As you do. I managed to do my citations to my website, went through my domain authority, trust flow, citation score, started another blog.
Nice.
I've written 4 emails for my email list to go out this
Very
week.
good.
So yeah, I'm ahead of the curve. So I did make good use of time. I imagine it will hit me about 6 o'clock. I'll be like that.
I was going to say you'll need a nap in a minute.
Excellent, Emma. Thank you very much. I'll get this video. Hey, John Hill, how you doing, man? Good lad, he is, John Hill. Definitely someone for you to speak to about online marketing. I'll get this edited, get it sent over to you, and then just share it. Share it everywhere. And make sure you point people back to your online assets when you do.
Yes, I will do, John. Thank you very much.
So hold on, you haven't got to go yet, but we'll say goodbye. Goodbye, Love Sales Hate Selling Group.
Goodbye, everybody.
Excellent. See you later, guys.